Dude, I was like, damn, widescreen, I look like an idiot. Well, why am I ever doing something? No, why are you ever finding that I'm adjusted what I'm doing to care what I said, to do something, to to not get what I want? That's bullshit, and this is bullshit. I think that it is unfair. I think I should look. I don't like how I was trying to display on the other part of the video. Wow, I wanted to fix my hair, and I wanted to say that I don't feel that the depiction of what I wanted for what I wanted was alright. And I'm not just in. I don't feel like anything associated to somebody trying to live out what should correctly be mine, and that I'm the only person that is myself. So how could you audit your corrections to how you say or perceive somebody, to show that when I'm speaking, it's not about how you had decided to say not of what yourself. I find like the other part and the other video disgusting, but I don't find it fair to me that I am intending on doing something. It's like me, it's like a, um, that every time that I try to find myself to find the acceptable of that embarrassment that I had asked for something, for help, for, every time I said anything in that previous video, it was like if I was trying to prove a point, to say something as I was proving a point, as if you were comfortable in the conversation. I don't feel it's fair. I feel like it's unfair. I feel like you should have helped me get the money that is mine, and do something about how you say it's everything is appropriate to what you say. There is a barrier to what I say. I don't believe it. I don't really think that somebody's trying to genuate their character. I don't understand. Why is my whatever to my the halo of my self thinking don't ever depict what you see as what you said, as your interpretation of whatever, to you talking about somebody when you should have not. The difference between it being acceptable to use, say that the news of what I was watching is that it's okay to bug Mike Pence because he's Mike Pence, to pressure him to do something, versus a 25-year-old on the same idea, where Erica Moki of WWMT said, first off, why don't you say that Darian, or this depiction of whatever that shadow is a real person? Or are you going to make a depiction that is not a thing? Wow, Natalia Dyer, what a prick. Maybe the first thing in not liking somebody to saying that is their first consideration. No, I don't think it's fair. I don't feel like that it's not hostile to the point where if I had communicated with somebody that it was unfair for me to have to hear something. And then you know what's it's funny, there's an audify what I tolerate from the audio player. The audio player for what I was doing was attempt, like, what part of participating in whatever, for whatever Nero, is an English participation of the experience of whatever. Wow, you suck. I hope I find my money back. Yeah, I look like a clown. You know what? I feel over time you wouldn't say anything like that, and that you would not mess with me on I would like to pretend that you would not mess with me, but on the overture of what everything meant for you to understand in whatever dogmatic idea you needed to see something through was how you intended, then it's not fair. I am Darian T. Fimisane, and I say it's time to stop. This is ridiculous. Don't just credit yourself for effects that are not yours, storyline that is not yours, and the battery of characters. Not that I really care, but I just want to make an interesting podcast where I can say something to myself, and maybe I won't even do that. But I forgot that I was so committed at looking at the actual audio mixer to the barometer of that. I don't care. You're not telling me the enlightenment of a diamond tester too. What does that mean? You think I'm not the things that I say, and that's not the gem that I hold dearingly to myself? It is. No, it is really fucking stupid that there's any ever was not an easy pathos. No, from being sick and not having any assistance to not getting any assistance with moving to you being able to say whatever for talking. Yeah, whatever. If Erica Moki wasn't one to respond, then that's exactly how I see the inhumanity of saying that you would not respond, or the Langolier that uh, whatever's came in contact with the Eliza Taylor of whatever. I mean, if there was enough points that were said, or that Bernstein doesn't is not attempting to kill frustrated teenagers by ignoring the Michigan of University urology case. I mean, the point of something to be talked about is not what you think. It is, yeah, and that's not something that I'm telling you because you're supposed to do your job. Or I'm on your ass because you're pissed off. What are you gonna be like? Impress somebody at the embarrassment of the tiresome of life as some Lutheran twin group? Be associated to your life. And no, I am degradant enough in my own circumstance to be able to. So is it really just this unilateral of not constituting what I'm saying to myself, or that if I had said something, it was not something that I had said to myself? No, you saying that is crazy. See, then I'm the one at the fucker of the pressurizer of what I'm saying. Why is it difficult for me to convey words when I am smart? If I was smart, if that was the difference, I guess it's not. Moving the simple below moving average is like Christine Bell's ass in that West Ottawa High School and pissing me off. You are not some, person who doesn't watch Star Wars and thinks a half of yourself. Have the right to talk once you accept that cup that was supposed to be delivered to you. Damn, you are so entitled at your inferiority of what you're doing. I do not like Amy Mitchell, and I think she's a prick. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk to myself in this way because you are not me. No matter how much you write, you are not me, and you are not giving me a good life right now. So you are pissed off. Whatever broker of what you saw that was. Wow, of all the locomotion on the Department of Father Family, you couldn't find the money to pay your own department in the benefit of you were saying what you were saying. So you've never said what you were saying towards the Department of Failure Family in any way you would theoretically soliciting battery that in anything you say. That sounds kind of stupid. I'm sick of listening to said person. Who is the next person bug into what I say? My brain is not a testicle, so I don't really appreciate that. Quit watching my stuff, Ella. You are a weird person, a weird encounter. Yeah, it seems kind of rigged on the pressure of what is necessary to facilitate something. I guess I can tell you that what I want to do at this point, because it's not appropriate to say that I did not want to do that. Leaving somebody at this health, I wish I could hate whomever enough. You're not heroisming that by not being to say something in an awareness of the only values that you heard, to let that be on the ulterior of what I spoke, and not respecting my department. How come my department is like that? How is pretty much your boss saying something and you're depicting it in my 51-313-487-8851 of you derailing Edward Way? What a stupid name. The most important thing is not to appease what you see of Stranger Things so you can pretend to be alright. I don't accept apologies. This is bullshit. You will pay for this. You can't just go on about what somebody was doing well and deter that style and then be sarcastic about it. No way. I'm self-centered because I made a bad video, and then on re-looking at the underbelly of everything that I've worked for to do something for myself, it's a reiteration of a 1 to 10 algorithm. You're forever nothing to me. It's difficult to enjoy pretend time with you, and it's difficult to imagine somebody like you attempting that upon that, and then it's even more difficult in pretend to see that as something that was intended. You are not the not of what you say. You are going to say everything that you ever do all the time, every time, all the time. You are just on the I think I'm a misbehavior. Yeah, I will make it look better later. How am I supposed to look at to make it to seem that it looks half decent? You're gonna find who did it and give me the money. Ooh, signature everything you do. You're so relevant by the cowardice of what you don't do. Yeah, you won't get to enjoy time like that if it is not like that. And anybody could have called. I mean, if it was associative to a third server of what you could identify, then you'd had already admitted it. Wow, to think that like anybody, that would ever call you a friend is how safe this is. How's like the best platform of what I do is it's just it's hilarious. I was just mad at myself because the last other video I looked so bad. I cannot even look at it. And that's not even a garbage depiction of it's not even what I want to say. Like, wow. My my voice is an omni call of nobody ever answering me. What is a thing that is new to me that I learn that helps me understand the surprise of life? The diamond is going to be signature yourself to put yourself at risk. Right, I don't got time for you. I gotta shake this person who thinks that the whatever of all that being there. If you knew the management, you'd be more annoyed. She don't have a reason to what she's doing. I don't care. How can Lisa Ardent not give information, or how can you put me at so much risk? I will hurt you. I'm not just gonna let you just sit around and think that. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be in your bedroom all the time, and I'm gonna make sure that she remembers Pepsi. And you're gonna be like, I think I'm the man, and then you're gonna be like, why is my wife stupid? Is how I think about what you are telling me in negotiation. You're so, you're so annoying. You're so satirical on how you let everything collapse that it's like fashion or something. I'm pretty mad at nobody. I'm pretty mad at being ugly right now. I'm pretty mad at how poorly displayed that. I mean, look at this. This looks horrible. Oh my god, I gotta see. It's like me. It's what is Ving trying to even have that? You know what's gonna happen is some little bitch is gonna appear and be like, I don't even have a traction on the world, and then try to have advice, and then be opening the door for Cassandra to be some visceral poison disease around here. Give me a different target. That person wasn't willing to say, and look, they have such a bad attitude. Thank you for the multiple years. You owe me half of that money, and you just know by by you being a nut that you don't think that you're the person I want to take to civil court. it is how I feel. And does that look alright? It's because I don't know. Because the negative amplitude of whatever, okay, is whatever, and then there is no slower fascist than this one. So yeah, I don't know how you look at something. To you owe me. You owe me a good deal. Like other email says. I want to see the emails. I want the first person. I want a girl to speak. Okay. At all. How can you be that gay to think that you're in control of your life? Created the gay avoidance tower of doing what's correct at that age. I am a gateway of what at least some of that would be. Okay. As in, I'm pretty good. I mean, there are some trudges like whatever that everything that you would say, not on me, but yes, if you felt like crushing a diamond at that time, then good for you. I hope time stops and that you get to live life on how it was conveyed to you like that. I was pretty offended, and I won't talk to anybody until some of this is corrected. I just wanna. That's how stupid it is for Kelly Decker. I want after transferring everything to account, and also, your gallantry or whatever belligerence has things like an Evelyn bottle appearing to tax my fifth third as an acceptance of Pidgey, as in Demaraplatz's assistance, intelligible facts, personal life. Do I still look okay? No, I still look pretty bad. Maybe, alright, if I sit like that. I'll live here forever. Neurotically, anytime that it's listening to you here to listen to anything, it's always worse. See the name? Dude, I'm gonna cut you. You owe me money for... Somebody owes me money. This is bullshit. It's shit. I know that I transferred all the money out of this account. And then, pretty much. And then I said, I'd say the same thing, same accounts distinguished. Who's the interrupter? I mean, it's so disorganized. You don't even signature your communication, just keep going. I hope you become a movie maker. That's how much I hate you and your whole group. What would you be able... I guess by the time that I was merciful for what you were willing to say to yourself, I hate talking to people like this. I didn't even get the chance to be whatever. Okay. I'd say the same thing, saying the accounts distinguished. I do have forward adaptation. I was attempted on making sure the parameters of the money was protected in conflict. I want to make sure that's on the other one. I can do that. No. Now I hate myself a little bit less. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Not much else. Do you have a case number on the cyst? If it wasn't, here is the account. The whole 111-02812, and Bethstein decided to take those 3 days off and appear Monday. It's just this whole thing about what that space and that time is decided on not being associative to doing that job is a bit much. I'll be Demare Platt and Bethstein's best friend until that. Kelly Decker is like a Bethany. I don't even know why I have this as an option. Assistant on getting the 2400 claim to stay out of the water. I've had a misfired on claim, so I just had hope someone else would figure the benefit defending the law percent. I did hear somebody say that they get a, that I could go to get an affidavit written to say that, but then how does that benefit me? It's just some zero cop trying to say that they are doing something. Where was the one-to-one to me getting arrested, or just the whole platform of how Purple has sex in this environment is a bit ridiculous. Like, why was Zaruf the most wanted in Michigan for like a bit, like shot in the air and did something else? It just seems like a miniature of people that I know that I don't really see as the normal temperature of what makes sense. Personally, so I have damage on the other fractures of the amounts of the 12.5k got sent here to reiterate. Also, I do not recall that I did an exclamation, but if I was more to not on just barely, it's like having the issue of somebody attempting to say something. Wow, conveniently so. If I don't have a sex life, then you could. I guess that's the only way you could say that you didn't commit battery by using Jessica Rachel Phelps at 1301 Mercy Drive for the scheduled 2022-7/27 appointment. And then should have not sought, and they said that they would get out to see the API sticks, and it didn't go about it to say that you value what you say, and that's the kind of... I am the one saying everything is so great, and I am the one who does... I do not like you here. I don't like you either, Cassidy. Cassidy, she's in love with Slater. I wish you would shut up until you do the correct thing, and maybe I have to get arrested for the counterweight of doing whatever. I said not before Christine Bell accepts a cup because she's trying to be an idiot, while the spirit of somebody tries to keep their job because somebody can't have the central of what their story would be to them. Yeah, that's a pretend police officer's chief's daughter for you. Yeah, take that pretend fiction out of her life. If she doesn't want to accept the Star Wars cup, accept the Star Wars cup. Put it on your desk. Acknowledge you don't care about it. Or the Gibby ASMR cup. Or the best thing, that you didn't even get a cup. Or Darian didn't even send you a cup. Yeah, shut up, Orchid. I don't need you right now. Look, and then you would not even defend me to what I think of my values? Damn, you fucking zero cop. You're not applying anything sort of value. Are you gonna fix this issue? Do you owe me the 10,000 back? They should owe me the 10,000 back for the confusion of just not saying that, and then $10,000 for putting their life at risk. What about the person having somebody be a licensed whatever to distinguish the momentum of getting the results? That's kind of where I see that, yes, I am this thing, and then or whatever that means. Something is really not helping us out on the end terms of how this ends. You get in the way of me having a gun, and I don't think you will have a gun. I want to get that money back from the Binance. That's where I sent it, and locked the door on any attempted DEX or cloud mining of your help with helping me out. DEX on a burner method of redistribution. Really, I mean, it does not seem to have an ROI. I can only imagine that even in testing the Pancake's currency as a burn fee passively, as if to say for their losses, a bunch of mass and outdated models. Whatever. You know what? It's making me sound like Valentine, and it is an unknown class of what I've never known. Fusing people who don't not think they're obligated for doing that. That I, Darian, don't want to be associated with a girl of residenting somebody as a cheater who has schizophrenia. You have to pay for me to take care of a fucker like this, not me have to defend myself from a molestive uncle so you could accept yourself. Just arrest me and give me my money back before I look like shit. It's not what I think. I am some whatever. I do not see that. I'm gonna call Eli Abdullah and be like, you pretend I had sex Kim Kardashian wise with Purple, and then she's anonymous for being a spokesperson ever since the in-between of me meeting Dan Hilbert, because she doesn't have a house yet, because Eli Abdullah is a real estate advisor. Being an idiot between a real estate agent, a FA, and a bank. Which I had no attachment to thinking my analytic skills wouldn't be good enough to arbitrage, yet no on the triangle structure. You know, I can say anything other than the traction. I don't even sound cool. It's pretty much like I can even say it and don't even matter. I'm glad for the check-in, like what happened to the accounts? There is a human being in there. Okay. Adam Shashin, he don't want to answer the phone. Hello Darian, I'm Adam, your account manager. After it going to the bottom, he said that he wanted to be this, and it was some incest Indian pretend soldier to the depth of whatever that means as this. Yeah, and you still will get shot if you try to be over evasive on this. I do not know what the security 28 is like that. Trusting you and asking about security is like getting raped. That's what it feels like. Yeah, 4 years to a 0 ROI. There is that. When's all this invisible information or dark information going to be used to help you figure that through. Wow, it's like, I don't know, gotta get rid of this, and who else? Give me a issue. Cynthia. Hello, I received your email and need an appointment for please call the office to answer a few more questions and clarify your email. Listen to this part. Hello, I am interested in enrolling. I'm a boy. I've been forward to this idea since my move from Holland, Michigan to Muskegon. I don't know what teaches you to be surprised at every word you see. Or is it waiting for something to approve itself? That's what it's like listening to this in reverse. The not challenge of the distance with a bit of continuation. I had been seeking military applicant prior from Denise Smith, unrelated to this, as they tried to protect Abigail Denise. That I indeed am a nurse. I do have some of the tools to begin soon. I had ordered gray scopes correctly sized and with the burgundy belt to arrive at June 21. I've been advent of my monetary progression. Wow, it's, if there was like one person that was licensed or just to look at that for, wow, you just left me like some kind of faggot, or this is what you left? Please have one defend that for what they are doing. This is annoying. I wish, I wish that something was taken seriously and that I wasn't an embarrassment to what I was saying to myself, and that you learn to speak away, and that you don't go back home to 2836 9th Street and you stay away. So I can see the metaphor of the ABS light as a feasible, to have a feasible certificate security, such as getting the CNA certificate, even with financial skills to flooring to relativity challenges, a mirror self with strong decisions leading me here and away from bad habits I can clean up and improve. Hope I can apply. Hey, if it means I get to do what, I mean, you're the brave one for being able to say something without speaking. And I'm the one who really wants to say something to you right now. So this was a conversation with Cynthia Bryant, and it just sounded like a bunch of Detroit social services versus Cynthia Bryant. But being on call with Cynthia Bryant could have said the things to have made it a call. Okay. Hey Jake, I cannot let you go for the contentious for the acceptable for working around at this time for the investment due 30. If company planned smart trading at the time was risk over of any amount like this, you can't leave this with your last identity of not doing your duty. Website no expression not an answer for looks like years. It would have to be reconstituted by 2000, but I think the cup is gold, so it doesn't represent a smart investment as an investor. Because you claim to be account manager by that time of not helping to stop the losses, you could put yourself at risk. It won't be done until we have some language improvements on what you got going on. We first need a uniform lawyer, someone who doesn't find the contentious minor in being content, or the zero that we talked about, a clear 2K sweep endangering the client, not servicing the client, a lawyer helping out, and maybe a money management company to keep track record. Fifth Third claimed that there was nothing like this in the chain to their account, which did respond to changes by maybe a marginal SMA account, which would explain the attitude. The loan will be transferred to a different bank because of acting on your own, so could care less about prior to also while working there for 3 years in a pseudo-existence in terms of humiliation of my fake employees, not all that needed to be treated this poorly. They just have to show up and make the call and start to learn active speech, or you can do your best to be listed and signatured like so. Jake Mitchell to help me out where I am already correct and do exist. At March 2021, I had 24K detrimental loss to entail bank error and accountability towards. So to that at the 30K, but the point is that what is tendered at this moment is it's less than this at 20K. I'm gonna rip through somebody's complete existence for being in the in-between of being a problem or saying anything stupid in between here. This is my property. You're not gonna loiter and be rewarded for conspiracy. You know, everything that you hear of somebody saying that is your turn waiting to attend what you said. And you'll consider how my life goes if you're going to talk about things beyond it. Either way, for that, I didn't steal it, and yeah, I would love your fat bearded husbands for you to forget life and how that goes as a Sunday 30-year-old pretends to be a kid because whatever that is. You have the appropriateness of falling into a church. Kelly Decker volunteered to help me out with the remark about the account, says it's not any of her problem. You know, Miss Konjorski, that I had sensed that person, if that was there, was something that I just had to tag, and those things on third party will be tagged. You can be acquainted and best friends along with Cassidy Zavala or Abigail Denise. These names should help. You know, it's just, I know that I have the gift and that my mother knows that it's an orchid that I had given you. So, in the playground, you know, you should confront it like somebody like Libby Lefebvre, or when somebody, not your brother, on the pretend of you on the fuck around, ask for help, then you should do that. You should not think that somebody is asking you about whatever wedding crap that was made fun of. Hey, if I'm fused with you and that's garbage, then what was I supposed to say? That'd be so cool. Demare Platt on the previous Thanksgiving, previous to this one, had claimed that her husband had died. And Kathleen Cunningham in the room was a witness to it. And so is that one that walks between that office at the 403 Butternut Drive in Holland. Restrina Nikova K at echoes.am sounds like some sniper name, but it's replaced with some in-between New Zealand factory princess Cody Banks. Who ironically works at Echoes. Anna Arakelian could be, it's unknown, and the registration for the Ameribank for the claim of getting that back, if the intent was a conspiracy to like theft, grand theft auto, then that's kind of, if Anna Rakelian was Anna from Echoes. Which, by the wait time, it does sound like that they had made a defensive show-based defense system that has seeped all the way to my Fifth Third and deducted amounts. Do you have anything to say for yourself, or that you're going to signature on the video? What about Karen Muzaki? Is she going to quit with her decentralized cleaning company? I'm not helping you with anything. Nothing that is your interest is my interest until I get that money back. You could pay for the department, and that would be great. Or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure they look great in the phenomenal of whatever that is, but it didn't help me. I love how the source of one thing for you being stupid enough to see it is like what makes something funny. I would love for you to be the first one to say that, what you were going to do about it. Common weakness. How does somebody live on the dependency of not even helping out at this point? What kind of grotesque? You're just a military doll. Honeywell. A girl of Honeywell. The military doesn't have an explanation on why they raped you and with somebody using Honeywell, unless that was Honeywell was whatever. No. No, unless it was whatever. What is associative to what I wanted to be of myself, to having this around or whatever is being recorded? I don't know. But there's ways for subscriptions to be in sync or fate. That maybe this list can help. Yeah, I called her a racist because she's using this soliciting battery in this pathetic attempt of being proud to be black. That's embarrassing. Don't ever start a conversation like that, especially with Abigail Denise around. The thing's gross, dude. Get out of my house. So you don't have any explanation on what you say to the other way around. It's just whatever. I expected somebody better than me to say something like this for me. Not that I accepted myself as this. Now you have no department. You're just your own whatever. It probably worked out for you because it was some kind of ignorance to what I said. Why are you reading? I do not need the assist. Wow, aren't you in this field? You're a piece of crap, dude. Don't do anything with anybody, even though nobody cares, and then pretend that you almost do because it's so negative to what you're not. Get out of my business area. Do not contaminate my world, is kind of how I feel. Have a signature of how you're gonna get by. Wow, I wish I looked a little bit better. I hate I hate that she's trying to steal some of the power words. Okay. Don't want to be connected to her. I would. I don't know if that is even a thing. It doesn't sound splitter or like genetic breeding to you or some kind of Ninja X. It does to me. If if you want to live in the facts world where it's disassociated to anything that you think, then you could live that through. Where's money? We should have a solid win here and somebody treating us like how they say. Okay. Bro, I messaged that Genesis Fuentes thing because I thought it was a great depiction of how Conan Gray, and then I was gonna use irony on a lesser message of not saying something too much about how I could barely get some other stuff to sell. That I was not the altruist of knowing myself as the sarcastic, not altruist. That you just ruined because you feel like it's necessary. Well, that's a reality. Okay. Alright. So thank you for watching. I hope you depart from your emotions and that you know that they're not in comparison and that you should respect the administrative room and then return when something's a bit more successful before you act like that. Alright. It's so difficult to get these videos even through. This is tough. We're really getting run on what girls think that it's appropriate to say in and against and around me. That has to be stopped completely. Serious, like who is on the registration of somebody he doesn't know so that he could know it in the way that he knows to that or something like that. Or serious, like I should have it set up in a platform that no way did I not experience what I said to deal with that.